Here's the 3 mental shifts for acting naturally. Mindset shift number 1. Stop performing the feeling and start following the impulse. The first mistake actors usually make is trying to evoke the feeling. They think, my character's sad, so I have to be sad. But that always looks a little forced, right? When people are like, trying to push out the tears. The secret there is to stop performing. Stop trying to make yourself so sad. And instead just following the impulse that you're feeling in that moment. That might not be sad. And a lot of this comes out in physicality. So the things I want you to look for or feel for are the micro movements your body's making. Say in the moment your body wants to shift to the right or move to the left or blink or take a deep breath or even interrupt your scene partner. Oh no, that's not in the script. I don't care, do it. Because that's where the truth is. That's the gold. Now I'm assuming a lot of you have probably seen my speed acting drills online that are just like cute little clips I do, right? The reason those are so entertaining, I think, and fun and large is because they're impulse work at the end of the day. I'm just allowing myself to go big, make a ridiculous performance in that moment of what I'm feeling, what I'm being prompted, and I just go. It's not about creating the full performance, it's about following what my body naturally wants to do in that moment. It's just a starting point for us in the performance without our brains getting in the way. Once we have that authentic, impulsive starting point that's pretty big, we can dial it in, we can figure out where we want to go from there, but at least our foundation is built on truth of what our body wants to do. If you ever felt trapped trying to do an emotion, please give me a like, show me some love down there. I feel you. Okay, our mindset shift number 2 is going to be switching from output mode to shifting to response mode. Okay, Neil, what the heck does that mean? The second reason something can feel supernatural to you in the scene is because you're probably stuck in your head. And why are you in your head? Usually it's because you're self-conscious about how you're coming across. Me too. If this sounds like you, I'm going to recommend you go check out my foolishness in acting video. It's a whole video about this topic and how you can start breaking out of your shell more. And I give actual tangible tips and exercises for you to do, so go check that out. So receiving and responding. If you keep getting stuck trying to just deliver your performance and it's really fake, I want you to do this trick to take the focus off of yourself. And guess what? It's super simple. You're just going to focus on other things. Go into the scene going, instead of me trying to do my performance, I am going to focus on my scene partner's breath. Oh, I'm going to focus on the environment of the room I'm in. The air conditioning's blowing really loud right now. But you're still actively doing your scene. You are putting your attention on outward things. I would recommend focusing on the scene partner. How they breathe, notice how they blink, and just say it to yourself. Wow, their breathing changed. That's weird. Does that mean that they want something from me? Does it mean that they want me to come closer? Acting is reacting. So here's a little exercise you can try in order to get all of the energy onto your scene partner. One of you hold your script and the other person doesn't have their script. And the person who has the script, person A, is going to read all of their lines from that page, and person B, who does not have their script, is going to respond just how they think the response is, because they don't know their lines yet. You're going to get it totally wrong, but here's the thing. It is going to be a great exercise in focusing on the other person. And then, be a good scene partner, flip roles, and then person B becomes person A becomes person B, and then there's no person C. Unless there is. It's just one person's reading the lines, the other person's improvising the lines. Forces you to just listen and react naturally instead of just waiting for your cue to speak. And my final mindset shift that I'd recommend to you is mindset shift number 3. Let go of the plan, Stan. Unnatural acting starts honestly before the camera even starts rolling. It starts right up here. When you're pre-planning exactly what you're going to do in that scene and how you're going to say your lines and the emotional pivotal moment you're going to do, you're thinking about it all before you go and even do it. And let me tell you, I am right there with you. But with that structure, we do need some freedom. Rehearsal is your time to explore these possibilities. Let yourself really let go of the plan, completely throw it away. Of course, when you actually start performing, there's going to be a little bit more of a container to it. But overall, you still want to find the possibilities of newness within that container you're building. But I want to back up to that rehearsal comment. This is a great exercise to do with your scene partner if you want to make things fresh or just find new discoveries with your scene work. You just got to take the scene completely out of context. Like, say you're going to do the scene, but you're going to go do it in a really crowded elevator with your scene partner. Remember, the whole point of this is to find newness and allow the things to change you. So don't go in there and start screaming out your scene to perform for everyone. You're trying to do it as if it's like really in that scenario. Like, I am in an elevator with you. I'm going to say my lines like this. and I don't want anyone to hear it. I remember doing things like I'd do it over the phone, like do like a little phone call moment, see how that turns out. You can even just do it as a different style, like completely take it out of the style of a film or a play and do it as an opera. Just a lot of loco, hot cocoa things that allow the creative juices to start flowing. It's really good. The entire goal is to just break your plan, boom, no plan, and discover instead. So I want to hear from you on this one. Let me know in the comments if you've done any of these exercises and different experiences you've had or discoveries you've made doing them. I love these kinds of stories, so please let me know. I want to hear about your breakthroughs, and I want you to know that at the end of the day, natural acting is not about being real. It's about being alive. It's about being in the moment, listening, allowing, breathing with your scene partner. In fact, I think realism's just kind of overrated. You've created it in your head just to keep your art confined. Don't be afraid to be unrealistic. Just see what comes from it. So next time you're in a scene, forget being natural, just be responsive. So if this approach resonated with you or any of this advice resonated with you, I love coaching actors from all experience levels, from professionals all the way down to you're a newbie. You can book a one-to-one coaching with me at my link in bio. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.